guys, it's Sherry from Country Fried Homestead. We have made a couple of videos so far on Easter dinner. We've got part 1 and part 2. Part 1 is ham. The second part is Asian coleslaw. This is part 3. This is baked beans. And this recipe has been in our family for years, and it's very requested from everybody we know. So what I normally do for this, I start with bacon and I fry that in a really good pan. And the iron skillet does really work great for this because when you're done with the bacon, you can fry your potatoes in this and your onion. And what it'll do, that bacon grease that's in that pan will incorporate with all these potatoes, and it really tastes terrific. That's the first step. Okay, guys, I have my 1/4 pound of bacon here on the side ready to go. And what I'll do now is I will finish cutting up the potatoes and put those in the pan. And I only use 2 potatoes for this recipe. This is a smaller recipe. You're welcome to double it, triple it, quadruple it, whatever you'd like to do. But I take 2 good-sized russet potatoes, and they can be red potatoes if you'd rather. Cut them up along with my sweet onion. And if you don't remember, on other videos, I've mentioned when you cut up onion, whatever you do, put your tongue on the roof of your mouth. And that way it'll keep you from crying. And it really does work. I've done that for years. I know that a lot of the onions that we get nowadays are not that strong, not like they used to be. So you may not have to even do that. But if you ever have trouble, stick your tongue to the roof of your mouth or chew a piece of gum, whatever it takes, so you don't cry. But I will finish putting in my potato. And I think 2 potatoes will be perfect for this. And what I'll do is I'll put this on the stove and I'll cook this and I'll get it a little crispy. And the onion will help that. It will definitely caramelize. The onion will definitely caramelize. What I'll do, I will use half of this onion total for my 2 cans of baked beans that I'm going to be using for this recipe. I'm going to go set this on the stove. I'm going to fry this up real nice. I'm going to get a little bit of crispy edges on my potatoes. My onion will help caramelize it and get a little bit of that crispness. And I do still have the grease from the bacon. And I do use high quality bacon. I love the thicker the bacon is, the better it seems to be. So that's what I buy is thick cut bacon. And I start with that. Got my grease in here. I'm going to go put this on the stove. I'm back. I've fried up my potatoes really well. I got a nice little crust on them. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add just a little bit of the blend because I add it to everything. That's just salt, pepper, and garlic. Just sprinkle a little bit in there to your heart's content. And then stir it around. There's probably about 1 teaspoon total for this entire recipe. And the bacon grease worked amazingly well as far as getting the crispiness on my potatoes. Now I'm going to put my bacon in with it. Now I'm ready to add this all together and put it in with the rest of my ingredients. I have my pan ready to go. It's just a 9 by 13. And I did do just 1 recipe of this. And what you need are 2 cans of pork and beans. And I leave the juice in them and put my beans in. And then I'll put my other can of beans in. Oh, knocking everything over because that's how I roll. Put this can in. All right, I've got my 2 cans of beans in here. And to this, I'm going to add 10 ounces of ketchup. And that comes out to be about 3/4 of a cup. This is a lot of ketchup in this recipe, and it is worth every bit of it. It tastes really good. Rinse my hands real quick. Okay, and then to that, I add 2 tablespoons of mustard. 2 tablespoons of mustard. Then I put in my 1/4 cup of brown sugar, and it is packed brown sugar. Make sure you squish that in there real good, and I will mix that up now. I also add 2 tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce. I'm old enough, I really don't measure things like I used to. 1, 2. Okay, that's about 2 tablespoons right there. Mix this all together. Now, if you are into onions, the way my family is, you could add a little bit more onion in this, that you're more than welcome to. I personally don't love onion as much as my husband does, but I'm making it my way today. Okay, I've got my beans kind of mixed together pretty well there. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to add my potatoes. And I can touch this, so I'm just going to pour them right in. And make sure you get all the bits because it is worth it to get all that bacon, all the bacon bits, and the potatoes. And then I'll stir that in as well. And then something else that I like to do, I have just over the years, I like to put in a couple of the little smokies to throw in there as well. And this is nothing really measured. I just take a healthy handful and toss those in.
About a cup or half a cup?
It's about a cup. About a cup per batch is what I'll use. And yeah, that should work just fine. That looks perfect. Okay, I'll mix these in. I'll put this in the oven at 350 for about an hour. I will have foil over the top. I will take the foil off and let it cook for about 15 to 30 minutes more. And what that'll do, it'll make a nice gel on top. I don't know how else to describe it. A nice crust on top. So put this in your oven, 350 for an hour with foil, and then take the foil off for 15 minutes to 30, and you'll have a nice crust on the top, and it will taste amazing, and people will love this. This is a tried and true recipe. I've been using it for 40 years, over 40 years. Everybody loves it. So toss her in the oven, and I'll be back when it's ready. Alrighty guys, baked beans are out of the oven. Got myself a nice little crust on top, just like I like it. 325 for up to an hour. Take the foil off the top and then keep it in for another 20 minutes and you'll have perfect baked beans.